Okay, so everyone turn to page 33. Make some notes. Page 33, looking at the surface area of a cone. So the surface area of a cone is really similar to a cylinder in the fact that it has a circle. Okay, so when we look, and the formula is somewhat the same because there's two parts. So yesterday when we looked at the surface area of a cylinder, we saw that there's a front part and a back part that were separated with a addition sign. So we ended up finding two answers, one at the front for the front part and one at the back for the back part. And our very last step was to do the addition because of bed mass. Okay. So similar type formula today, it looks different, but there's still two parts, a front part and a back part. And we're going to talk about what those parts represent on the cone and then show you how to use the formula just like we did yesterday with the cylinder. So going back down to page 33 then, we have the cone. The cone in 2D kind of looks like this, right? But in 3D, it's got a circular part. So to draw it, we kind of draw a solid line and then a dashed line for the part we don't see, and then the vertical part. But we're also concerned about the height, so we have to drop an imaginary line from the top down to the very middle, and then we have to draw another line out here for the radius. Okay. So if you look at this cone right here, we have the radius, so r equals 6. We have the height of the cone equals 7, and then we have this 9 measurement. That is not the height of the cone. Okay. The cone height goes from the tip to the middle of the bottom. Okay. The tip to the middle of the bottom. That's the height. This 9 is called the slant height. Slant height. Write that down. Slant height. And the slant height equals the letter S. Okay, so it's the letter S. Not a 5, even though it looks like it, it's supposed to be the letter S. And so we say S equals 9. So for this formula, there's two parts. We have the bottom part that's shown. So if you have your cylinder and you have it turned up, your cone turned upside down, we have the circle part. Now it's displayed fully. That circle is the pi r squared, which is r times r for the r squared part. Okay. So we write our formula. That's the first step. The pi rs is the cone that's unraveled. If I want to unravel that cone, it would look kind of like this. Okay. It's a circular top, okay, and then the bottom, it's not just a triangle, okay, it's kind of like a curved triangle. Great art skills, okay. That's what we call the net diagram. Because it's kind of weird and curved, we have to have a special formula that they use calculus to find, and that's pi rs. Pi rs. Okay. So again, the two parts are separated by the plus sign in the middle. So we write the formula, pi rs, that's the side, plus pi r squared, that's the circle. Okay. This plus sign separates the front and the back. Okay. So the second part is, after we write the formula, we do the letter S, we substitute in. So R is 6, S is 9, and then R squared is 6 times 6. Okay. And we're going to get an answer at the front. So underline the front, underline the back, underline it, let's go, underline it. And at the front, you go to your calculator. Let's everyone try this on the calculator. Calculator's out. Okay, remember, watching me do math is not as good as you doing math. You learn better when you do it. So find your pi button on your calculator, and then go times 6 times 9 equals. Okay, now they rounded it. I just write down 3 decimals myself. They rounded to 2. Either way is fine. So there's the answer to the front. Now you got to work with the back. Anyone have any calculator issues? Anything? Make sure you practice this with your calculator. Okay. On the back, we have 6 times 6 times pi, or pi times 6 times 6. So pi times 6 times 6 equals 113.097. So you can write the 3 decimals that they have here, or you can write the rounded answer, that's fine. This number right here represents, oh, I am frozen. This number here represents the pi times 6 times 6. What's our last step? Add, okay? So our last step, we add it together, we solve. Okay, so formula, substitute, and solve, the last one. Just what we've been doing all along for the last 4 or 5 days now. Formula, substitute, solve. How many lines of work should I see? 4, or a minimum 3, okay? But yeah, 4 ideally for these ones. So 3 and 4, both of them are the solve part, okay? Questions, comments, or concerns? You guys think you can do this one? What would be another one trick they could do? They could give you something like D equals 12 centimeters, right? So they could tell you the diameter instead of the radius, and you would find the radius by doing what? Yeah, 12 divided by 2, so equals 6 centimeters. Okay, so do watch for that. Questions, comments, or concerns? Okay, so your instructions are for today. I want you to go to your assignment number 8. Okay, assignment number 8. I want you to do, so today's work, I want you to do assignment 8. Number 1. I think that's it. Yeah, number 1 and number 4. The trick with number 4 is in order to have a cup, what has to get taken off of the cone? The circle. All right, so number 4, when I write my formula, which you guys should be copying down, okay, question 4, when you write your formula that you guys are copying down, you'll cross out the circle just like I did, and then you'll be able to find the surface area of the cup that was used. Often you see these little paper cups at the doctor's office, right? So turn it over, question number 4. Okay, question number 4. Write down the formula, cross off the circle. Because you don't need a top on the cup, it won't work. Of course, coffee cups with lids are different, right? But this is one of those cheap paper cups or cones. Okay, so copy this down on number 4, question number 4, copying that formula down. Okay. Any questions? All right. Wait, so assignment then is numbers 1 and 4. And then you want to do Unit 3, Quiz 2. For Quiz 2, keep in mind inches. You're going to start with fractions out of 16, whereas centimeters, or you can have decimals. No fractions for centimeters. So open up, and it's open book. All our quizzes are open book. So look in your notes. Get started with that. Any questions? 2 questions, then your quiz. Good luck, begin, enjoy, have fun.